What if the quarterback you love disappears in the middle of the night and nobody knows where he is? Fort Worth police received a frantic call at 2 in the morning that could answer that question. A 23-year-old woman on the line claimed she'd been involved in a disturbance with her ex-boyfriend earlier that evening in Dallas. Her voice trembled as she mentioned a name everyone recognizes: Johnny Manziel. The caller said she was worried about his well-being after what she described as a domestic incident. Police rushed to the scene, ready for anything from a simple argument to something far more sinister. They found no signs of forced entry or a struggle in the apartment's hallway. But the woman's eyes were red and her hands shook when she spoke to detectives. She insisted that Manziel was still inside the building, but she didn't know where he had gone. The officer on scene asked if they had seen him after midnight. She shook her head, whispering that he'd left in a hurry, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. Lan, the city's Air 1 unit, arrived with bright lights and sirens to sweep the neighborhood. They scoured every alley, every corner, hoping to catch a glimpse of the missing quarterback. Manziel had been in a high-profile relationship that ended weeks ago, leaving fans shocked and media buzzing. His former girlfriend, Colleen Crowley, had already deleted all traces of their time together from social media. The police report does not name her, but details match closely with her public profile. As the search continued, detectives pieced together a timeline of events that began in Dallas and ended in Fort Worth. They interviewed neighbors who reported hearing shouting and slammed doors at odd hours. No one could confirm seeing Manziel during those hours, deepening the mystery. The officers' radios crackled with updates. "We found no evidence of foul play yet," but a single line from the woman's statement kept them on edge. She mentioned she was concerned about his safety and seemed to fear for him. Police decided to investigate further, not just to locate him, but also to understand why he vanished. They checked his phone records, searching for any clues that might explain his sudden disappearance. The data revealed a series of calls between Manziel and an unknown number at precisely 2:12 a.m. Those numbers led them to a local bar where a group of men were seen arguing with him earlier that night. When the detectives called the bar, they heard laughter and music but no mention of Manziel. The bartender claimed he had left early, leaving his friends behind. Yet nothing confirmed the quarterback's presence. Back at the police station, investigators reviewed footage from a nearby security camera. A blurry image captured a man in a red jacket walking toward an exit at 2:05 a.m. They could not confirm if it was Johnny Manziel or someone else entirely. The city's Air 1 unit began to triangulate his possible route, hoping to intercept him before he disappeared again. Land, the woman who called the police, became a key witness, her story growing more detailed with each interview. She described seeing Manziel in distress, shouting at an unseen figure in the hallway. The detectives noted that she had mentioned well-being twice, hinting at something serious. In the meantime, the city's emergency services prepared for any possible outcome. They deployed a special unit trained to handle high-profile missing persons cases. Their presence was a silent promise. If Manziel needed help, they would find him. The police also consulted with mental health professionals to assess whether he might have taken a drastic step. These experts warned that the quarterback's past injuries and public scrutiny could contribute to a crisis. While all this unfolded, fans worldwide began speculating about his fate, flooding social media with theories. Some claimed it was a hoax. Others believed he'd faked his own disappearance for publicity. The police did not confirm or deny any rumors, keeping the investigation strictly confidential. Every day since the call, the city's news outlets reported new developments, none of which revealed the truth yet. The officers' radios crackled again. "We've located a suspect in the area." They were ready to confront him, but the suspect was not Manziel. Instead, it turned out to be a friend who had been following him that night and reported his absence. He claimed he saw Johnny leave the apartment hurriedly but did not know where he went. The detectives thanked him for the information, noting that every lead mattered. They pressed on, determined to uncover what happened in those crucial minutes between 2 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. Hours later, a break came when a local jogger reported seeing a familiar silhouette near a riverbank. The silhouette matched the description of Manziel's last known clothing. Police responded immediately, but he was gone before they could catch him. They found only a single shoe left at the bank, an odd piece of evidence that didn't match his size. The search intensified, with officers combing riverbanks, abandoned warehouses, and abandoned cars. No trace of Johnny Manziel surfaced in any of those locations. As dawn approached, the city's media asked the police for a definitive answer. Was he safe? In their final report, the Fort Worth PD stated that they had determined he was safe and in no danger. They emphasized that their investigation continued to see if a crime had been committed. The announcement sent waves of relief through fans who feared the worst. Yet the question remained: where was Johnny Manziel? He was not found, but his safety was confirmed. In the end, the police closed the case with a chilling note. No evidence suggested he had harmed himself or others. They left the door open for future investigation should new information surface. So what happened to the quarterback who vanished at 2 a.m.? The truth is both unsettling and simple. He disappeared into the night, but in the end, he was found safe, though never seen again.